Good morning and welcome to the fifth quarter, Northern Arizona style. I'm your host, Danny Neal, and as always, I got my co-host, my friend, my partner, my supervisor, the guy who's known all over Northern Arizona simply as the coach, Coach Tyrone Johnson. Good morning, Coach. How you doing, man?
Morning, Coach. I'm doing well this morning. How about yourself?
Hey, I can't complain. I'm back from Tulsa. I'm here at home and just happy to be back, man.
Yeah, man. I like that shirt you got on. Is that ultramarine color? You know what I'm saying? Looks well on you.
Yeah, man. You know, it's Flag High School homecoming this weekend, so I had to wear my Flag High homecoming green.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. And I like your baby blue, you know, and your Trevor Johnson high button look there this morning. Really dapper.
Appreciate it. Pay a little homage to my son. You know what I mean? I don't know why
Right.
that boy always wears stuff up like this, but I just figure I'd do it.
But it looks good, man. It's a trend. I like that. I like that. Yes, man. So what's going on? What's been happening, man?
Oh man. Just a lot of the same, you know what I mean? Obviously you was away in Tulsa. The work front, everything's been pretty straight, been pretty mellow, you know what I mean? Regulated on some children and things are seeming to get better and better every day. And so that's been good. Of course, we're doing open gyms and whatnot now. And so that's been good. I think when you was there, you know, you attracted a lot of people, and then I got there and I ran off a lot of people. And so we got a few weeks to work on that and get that better. Otherwise, we're going to be short come tryouts.
Well, no, man. We got a lot of people doing volleyball. We got a lot of people doing cross country. We got a lot of people working, doing other things. And there's just a lot of people that just don't want to see us right now and wait until October 31st. But you know, that's all well. Everybody's excited about the season and everything going on in high school sports. But we also want to give a shout out to yourself and the city recreation. And I know that you're getting ready to start up the youth basketball league. So let's get some information out there and put it out there. Since you put me in charge of it, I guess we might as well start putting it out there a little bit. But I don't know everything yet. So can you give us a little information?
Yeah, when you get back into the office, we'll get you up to speed with everything. But right now, what we're looking to do as far as youth basketball go, we're looking to open up registration on October 17th. It'll be $45 per child. Then on October 22nd, we got Mark Gretter with the Phoenix Suns. He's going to come up and do a clinic for the first 100 people that register for the Youth Basketball League. But we're also looking to do some things differently this year in terms of maybe partnering with FUSD and some of their kids and programs. And so this year we're coming back. Last year, kids could play, but they had to wear a mask the whole while, like we did in high school a couple years back. And so the participation was about half. This year they get to come back, they get to play fully, they don't have to wear a mask. And so hopefully we'll see the numbers boost up and kids get back and enjoy just being out on the court, recreating, learning, and just growing as a individual through sport. And so we're excited to bring that back fully and looking forward to getting it going.
Well, that's good, man. We always want to put that out there and let folks notice that what's going on within the community, not just at the Hal Jensen Rec Center, but throughout recreation and the city of Flagstaff, because there's a lot of things going on, and so we just definitely want to highlight that because that's one of the big things happening. I also want to put out there that through a couple of years of trial and error, I finally I'm starting a fundraiser through Flagstaff High School with Bricks R Us. So if anybody's interested in buying a brick to commemorate a friend, a family member, a high school team, a high school graduating class, all kinds of things, man. You can go to bricksrus.com /donations/Flag Eagles, and we'll try to get something up later and get in there and buy one of those bricks, man, and we'll start getting them placed. So just want to put that out there, right?
Yeah,
and
that's hats off to you, man, because you've been working on that for I ain't gonna even say how long, man, but I'm glad you finally at the point to where people can actually purchase, and this is now instead of a thought, it's a reality, man. So congratulations to you on getting that done.
It is, man. I was tasked with that fundraiser, and I'm not a fundraiser guy. I know how to go ask for money, but I don't know how to actually do a fundraiser. And so we still got some forms where we'll have some actual hard copies of forms to get out to people that need them. Definitely put that out there, man. And please, please, if you like what you see, subscribe to us, hit that like button, shoot us a message, do something to let us know how you feel. If something comes up that Coach Johnson did to you 10, 15 years ago, hey, let us know about it, because I'm looking for something to get him on, And but we're working on that too. But yeah, man, it's just a lot of good things going on within the school district, within the city. While I was gone, I guess some snow came out on the peaks. And so my weather app didn't work the last time I tried to use it, right, Coach?
It did not at all.
Well, my weather app showed that it wasn't going to snow after December all the way through January. That's what my weather app showed. Then you showed me a picture about 2 weeks later, you shoveling about a foot of snow or something. So we're not going to rely on my weather app. So can you tell me what the forecast, or what you think the forecast is going to be as far as our winter storms go?
Man, I am not a weatherman. I can't tell you all that. I don't know. I don't know what the storms are going to be. Look, all I can tell you is we haven't been getting as much snow as we used to get when I was little. How about that?
I like that. That's good enough, man. But you always come my weather app, so I guess you knew. So yes. Well, anyway, man, we just here messed around. I actually had a chance to holler at you too much at practice last night, but you were too busy hollering at the girls. So I just let you go. I know how you act. But anyway, we're going to move on to we got a really special guest today, man. And so we're going to let you introduce us to someone who, played for us and got the wrath of you for 4 straight years. So you got it, Coach.
Yep. Nah, she did. She came in high school and she made varsity as a freshman, and she got the pleasure of dealing with me, if you want to call it that, for 4 years. She was a multi-sport athlete. She was one of the best Lady Eagles as I came through the program. She got to go on and play collegiately. She went to Fort Lewis coming out of high school, and then she ended up going over to Haskell University. And she's just a great human being as well as an athlete. So I call her No. Her birth certificate is Najoni, but we call her Noni Thomas. Welcome to the show, No.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Good morning, No. How you doing?
I'm doing really good.
Good. Well, we appreciate you joining us this morning and getting up. You say you're not an early person, so we appreciate you getting
I'm
up
really not.
and joining us. That must have changed since you graduated from college, because obviously in high school and college you had to get up early. So now that you don't have to get up early, you just don't do it?
Yeah, I like to sleep in for sure. And in college, I always tried not to get morning classes. But
well, I guess that's smart. I guess you can kind of manipulate your schedule that way a little bit to where you can sleep in.
Well, all during high school, you had
high school.
Well, all through high school, you had to get up. It is. You had to do those morning classes in high school. Then when there wasn't any classes, coach had you at 8 o'clock practices. So yeah, this was the norm in high school for
you. Yes, indeed. So now that you're a graduate and you had the luxury of going in and going to college and playing a couple different sports, why don't you give us a rundown, just for people that don't know, just tell us a little bit about yourself, about your background coming up in sports, and then ultimately where you went, why you chose it, etc.
Okay. So I started playing basketball pretty young, probably like kindergarten. Like I played junior times growing up, NJB, City League, and then also like club basketball at AAU. Um, I usually played for flag high or like the flag hoops, and then my senior year I played Arizona Elite down in Phoenix for a club. I also played volleyball. It wasn't as much. I started probably in middle school and went through all through high school. Um, and so when I graduated high school, I signed to play volleyball at Fort Lewis, and I was there for 2 years. I redshirted my first year, played my second year, and then that's when I decided to transfer to Haskell and just play basketball. And so I was there for about 3 years, including COVID year. I was home that whole year. And I just finished out my season, my senior season this past year.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And you were one of the rare athletes that actually got to play two sports in college. When you went up to Fort Lewis, you did go up on volleyball, but you were also on the basketball team, correct?
Yes, I was for a slight period. I wish I could have stayed, but unfortunately I wasn't really hard on myself, like with classes. I kind of let my grades slip, so wasn't eligible. But
so was it the pressure of two sports, or what happened in that in those first years when you didn't meet eligibility?
I was just kind of too shy and like scared to ask for help. I tried to get through my classes by myself, and it was hard. I was an exercise physiology major, and like human anatomy was a little difficult for me, and I wasn't really asking for help when I should have. And that's when people, like in college, definitely reach out to your professors and go into tutoring and just keep your grades up and so you can stay up.
Yeah, I mean, in college they do, especially, well, not just for athletes, for anyone. They have a network that can really help you out. And so overcoming shyness and bashfulness and really just asking for help is of the utmost importance. Once you moved on, were you able to ask for help easier as you transitioned, you went to Haskell, or as you matured as a person?
I think both. I got out of my comfort zone. I know when right as soon as I graduated, I had options to go a lot closer to home, and that's what I wanted to. I wanted to stay close, but kind of get away at the same time. So that's why I chose Lewis. It's only about 5 hours away, and when I decided to transfer, it was like a big decision for me because from home that's about 16-hour drive, and that was one thing I didn't want to do when I graduated, was like go so far. But I definitely matured and got out of my comfort zone and just went for it. And I wasn't as scared or shy like as I was when I went out to Kansas.
And that's important, you know, in terms of your growth process and your maturation process. Is sometimes you do have to step outside of your comfort zone, and outside of your comfort zone, you'll discover kind of who you are, you'll discover your strengths, and then you can ultimately grow and conquer the things that you were scared of at one point in time.
Yeah, and I got to discover like new experiences, travel. I've been almost to all the states I want to go to.
Nice. Coach, what you got over there? You skinning and grinning. Let me see what you got to ask.
Well, no, man, I'm just laughing because every time it come to college questions, y'all leave me out, man. Like I didn't do a year and a half in college or something.
Hey, you telling on yourself, man. We wasn't even gonna go there.
I was shy too. But anyway, you know, I know we were at practice last night, and congratulations, Coach Noni, for joining the Flag Lady Eagles coaching staff. Welcome.
Oh, yeah.
But at practice last night, you had mentioned there's been 6 years since you've been out of school. You know, I'm thinking you were just there 2 years ago or something. And
Right.
and coach was mentioning that there was another freshman with the possibility of playing varsity this year as a freshman, who was in the same position you were in 10 years ago. She's in that position now.
Mhm.
What advice could you give her? And I'm sure Coconino and other places with the great lady basketball players we have, there are some freshmen. What advice do you have coming in like that? As a freshman playing varsity? Did she freeze up?
Coach, your questions be breaking the internet, boy. Oh, yes, indeed.
She might have froze up.
I think she's dropping a whole bunch of knowledge, but you know
I
what
know
I
it,
mean?
man.
Might have to wait. Might have to wait to get it.
Oh, she's still there. So, Coach, you follow up without hearing what she has to say. What advice do you give a freshman trying to make your team who may have the athletic talent, but you know it's going to take more than that to make your squad?
Well, I think some of the stuff that Noah was already talking about in terms of getting outside your comfort zone, making sure that you push, you have to be able, talent is one thing, but now you have to be able to put a work ethic with it. You have to be able to be consistent. You may be the youngest or one of the youngest that's out there, and so you can't be shy or timid. You have to understand that you're there for a reason in terms of your talent. Now you have to go out and you have to prove it on a regular basis. It can't just be a one-time thing, and you can't just go on potential.
Okay, wait. Now you were just saying, okay, you got to go out there. You know, you got to be mentally headstrong. Can't be shy. Can't be timid. All that. Noni just talked about how shy and timid she was, even once she got to college. So how did she make it?
So I think when she played, she played more fearless, if you will. And then as she grew from freshman to sophomore to junior to senior, by the time she came with a senior, she had a confidence about herself to where she could really just play her game on the court against whatever competition we came up against. And so, you know, what you would hope is that eventually that transfers over into life, into, you know, college experience and everything else. And oftentimes when kids leave the nest, they go out to the unknown and then they can revert. So, you know, when she came in, she was a little shy and timid. She grew as she was in the program. And then once she stepped out of the nest, going into a different environment where you have to prove yourself all over again, she reverted a little bit, but then she found her comfort zone again once she got outside of her comfort zone, and she ended up doing, you know, some nice things at Haskell. Ended up being, and I don't remember which team, but I think she was, you know, some of the all conference players. She ended up being a very solid player.
She told me the other night she was honorable mention. She'd been honorable mention. But I think when you talking about leaving the nest, I think that was probably the point I was going to make, is when you look at the teammates, Shay and all those friends she had, who she left for 1 year as a freshman to move up, but then they stepped right in after that. Now she had those friends, she had that comfort zone with that nest of girls who she's played with all her life, that helped, was the wind underneath her wings, so to speak, to help carry her through. And she became that leader to help carry them through. Silently, sure, but work ethic and just hard work. Yeah, she did that. And then when she got to college, she lost that. Once again, that nest. And it just shows how important teammates are.
Yeah, you have to be in the right situation. I think, especially when it comes to sports, there's more than just your talent, especially at the next level. At the next level, everybody is talented. And so you have to have the right makeup of things. You have to have a coach that supports and believes in you. A lot of times at the college level, coaches try and intentionally break down athletes, which I never really understand. I think you can get the same results without breaking them down to the point to where they're losing confidence, to where they're not enjoying their experience, et cetera, et cetera. I think you can get the same results that you're seeking by motivating and pushing them different ways. But so many coaches try and break down the athlete. And so ultimately you need the right situation, the coach that believes in you. And then you got to understand that when you're in college, it's like a job. Your position isn't given. You have to go out and earn it. And by earning, you got to earn it every day, because they are recruiting people. They're trying to recruit somebody better than you. They're trying to create an environment to where you can't be comfortable just because you started one game or just because you played in one game. You have to be on your P's and Q's all the time, bringing your best. And so there's a culmination of things that makes your experience better. And so, you know, if you don't have one of those, it can be hard to press on and move forward.
Right. And when you're talking about coaches at the next level trying to break players down, I think a lot of times that comes when you're a player like Noni, that comes from a program like the Lady Eagles that's been very, very successful, a coach that's been very, very successful. Now that coach at the next level may feel like, well, hey, I got to take control now. Mm-hmm. You know, she loves this coach. She's been successful with this coach. Now I got to break her down, as you say, which once again, I'm like you, I don't agree with that. Hopefully they can take what you've done and build with it. So it's just crazy the way that happens.
Well, you try to, as a high school coach, you try and prepare them, at least on the work ethic side, as for what they're going to see. So oftentimes we'll have girls go off to college, whether it's junior college or whether it's
there's Noni
university. And
hi, Noni. Can we hear her?
I think it says she connecting
to the audio. Hey,
all right,
Noni.
all right. Good, because I was just filling up space, Noni. That's all good. I was filling up space, so it's good that you're back.
Were you listening at all what Coach Johnson was saying? Okay. There you go.
Hey, coach, that ain't no different when she was out there playing and I was trying to tell her something. She just tuned me out. Just tuned me out.
Well, okay. Right. Well, no, we're going to get back to what we asked you. What advice would you have for a freshman coming in with the athletic ability to play varsity, the possibility of playing varsity? What does it take to actually make the team? Okay, cool. All right. So we'll get back with Noni here in a minute, just with Coach. So we were talking about just what it takes to make that. And you left off on something, I'm sorry. If you can remember what it is.
And you know how my short term is, you know good and well, I don't know what we was just talking about. But let's flip it. And in your opinion, what does it take for a freshman to make JV and or varsity who has the talent? What are the intangibles that you're looking for?
First thing is attitude. Are they coming out there with the attitude that they can make the team? Are they coming out there with a good attitude to be a part of the team? Look at their confidence level. Yeah, because if they're gonna make it, they're gonna have to get out there and prove. You know, so for me, I think attitude and confidence is really important.
Now, when you say attitude, define that a little bit more.
Well,
because attitude can be like, and they frustrated with everything, but then they think that's giving a good effort because they're always upset.
That's fake hustle. So attitude, I mean, are you coming out there with a good attitude? Are you accepting? If you make a turnover, are you hanging your head, or are you getting back out there and going on to the next play? When a girl gives you a bad pass or something like that, Are you making mad faces at her, right? If you get knocked down, are you jumping up acting like you want to fight? Are you taking a hit, getting up next play? And just things like that. Are you coachable? When I talk to you, are you listening to what we're trying to say? Or are you just mad and walking off? Teammate try to give you 5. How do you give them 5? When we go to get water, how do you come off the court to go get water? So it's just trying to make the team, everything that you do has got to be a positive. And that's just not, I'm expecting the same thing out of a freshman trying to make JV as I expect out of a sophomore or a junior trying to make JV. So I really don't think you can make a difference in that. Okay, so Noni, you're back. You're sideways, but you're back. Oh, that is.
Hi.
Okay, it's all you, Noni.
Okay, as I was trying to say before, just like be confident, know that your teammates are there to help you improve, like every day in practice. You said most of it. Stay positive, have a good attitude. Definitely be coachable. If coach wants you to do a certain thing, try to do that. And I know there's like bad habits to break too, and like now's the time to do it because you have about 3 years to work towards that and keep getting better and improving each year.
Noni, can you tell us what was one of the most challenging things for you, either when you walked in as a freshman or just throughout your high school career? What was one of the most challenging things for you to overcome?
Probably transitioning from volleyball to basketball because they kind of overlapped a little bit, like slightly. So when I was playing volleyball, usually that's around playoff season. So trying to transition from volleyball to basketball, like conditioning wise too, I was a little out of shape for basketball, coming into basketball, like with tryouts and everything, but I got through it.
You did get through it. You did get through it. And that is important for people to understand and know that come tryouts, if you haven't been preparing, even if you're in another sport, basketball conditioning is just a little bit different. And so you have to be doing some extra in order to really be prepared. And, you guys were always a playoff team. So you missed a lot of the fun tryout parts. I mean, you still had to push and condition when you came out, but the actual tryout periods, you got to miss a lot of them.
Yeah, but on the other hand, that's the point I was going to make. In volleyball, you guys were very successful. So you're coming from a very stressful situation in the playoffs, in the Final Fours and things, correct?
Yeah.
And now just got to change that whole mental frame. So I can understand transitioning from high impact volleyball in a very stressful situation, now having to jump right into basketball. Now you got to learn plays, you got to do all this, you got to listen to him hollering at you for no reason at all. and because some days we'd be at work and be like, man, you know what, I think I'm gonna holler today. So this was premeditated, Noni. I'm telling you right now, a lot of this was premeditated. But yeah, so I think you did a very, very good job of that.
And then,
except
Coach,
for the one. What's that, Coach?
No, you mentioned the mental aspect. How do you shift mentally, Noni, from whether it's volleyball into basketball, or either if it's just when you were later years in college and stuff like that, and you had to go into preseason and then, from preseason into season, how do you mentally prepare for the grind, if you will, of a season?
That's a hard one. I just always set goals for myself too. Like, this is how I want to, like, this is the kind of player I want to be. So, like my senior year, at Haskell, I tried to be like a leader because I was one of the 2 seniors. And I had been there for a couple years. So just trying to set those goals and always work towards them. I know, like, also like the end of the season is always the hardest. So that's when I need to really mentally be tough and getting through school and balancing all that schoolwork and yeah.
Nice.
Good. Well, Noni, it's been nice. You gave us some great answers. You've done really, just nice having you here. And people got to know this was the spur of the moment. We asked Noni last night, and Noni's like, yeah, I'll do this. So to do this and get up early in the morning, girl, we just appreciate you. And you're one person who really showed what it was like to be a leader just with your work ethic, your great attitude and everything about you. Epitomizes what it is to be a Lady Eagle. If we're talking about a Lady Eagle, you got to be a poster child for that, because you're one lady we're very, very proud of. So as we end the show, we always have a portion of our show here where we ask our guests to drop a little knowledge on us, and we do that with our Coach Johnson's Golden Nugget question of the day. So, Coach, you got it, man.
All right, Noni. So we can't let you leave without asking you to just give some advice to the people watching, especially some of the youth and everything. What advice could you give someone, whether they're youth in elementary, middle school, whether they're high school or whether they're college? What is some advice or, some direction that you can give someone that's looking to ultimately play in college at the level that you did?
I would just say follow your heart, and just keep working towards what you want to do, where you want to go. I know for me, right as soon as I went out of high school wasn't like my ideal, but I just kept working hard. I knew I wanted to play collegiately and went through some things, but you're able to tough it out. Just keep working hard. And like I said before, like have that goal and just always keep working towards it.
That's it. And your hard work definitely played off, because you got to go to college. You got to be a collegiate volleyball player, collegiate basketball player. You got to graduate from college. And so just everything that Coach was saying about you just rings true. And we were blessed to have you part of the program when you were a player. We're very fortunate to have you back and be on the sideline and get a girl some insight. And now you can really hear what's going on, and you can really see which one of us instigates things.
It's him. I promise you will find out. It's senior citizens abuse. I promise it is.
Well, Noni, thanks again for being with us. We definitely appreciate you joining us, and we'll be catching up with you here pretty soon.
All right, of course. I always love talking to you guys.
Bye, Noni. We'll see you later. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, Coach.
Yep. Well, Coach, that was good. You know what I mean? Like you say, it's always good to get up with No and just chop it up some and just, see the maturation of where she came from when she was young to the, young lady she is today. And so I definitely enjoyed that conversation.
Yeah, it was good, man. We didn't talk to her about her holding her head back, though.
We'll talk to her. We'll talk to her about that off camera. But
okay, we'll get that. So, all right, man.
So it's good stuff. Well, look here. I don't know what everybody got to do today. I'm gonna get out here and get it in. But I know one thing that y'all can't do. Well, I done messed that up. Look, I'm telling your lie. Hey, man, forget it. Y'all ain't got to go home.
But you got to leave here. See you later. Peace.